matchup on tap between the Orlando Wizards taking on the New York Giants.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Orlando club, they come in. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29.
On the ground with a rookie from Auburn.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall.
Yards.
Able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. Looking to throw. Good.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw.
Good. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Looking to throw. Good. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
operating from the gun. Good. 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
But it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Nash. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Taylor.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
1st down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. To throw again is Taylor.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And as we transition into the 2nd half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bennett. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
to throw. Good.
Screen play.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, look at the juke.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And New York set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Good.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
At the 42-yard line.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 61 yards and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Again, he'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
Off the play fake. Good. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's another Giants first down. First down and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll turn the power game to try to get in. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Good. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And the 13-year man puts it through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Wizards offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
Now Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. It's Nash. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Jennings. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run again with Jennings. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Now they'll throw with Taylor.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 7.
Now it's Taylor. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their 1st one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this 1st half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Good. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Good.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bennett.
And he will have the Giants 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out on the right, this is Cruz. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Here's the 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. It's Bennett. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
A 2-yard loss.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Good. Got his man complete over the middle. It's man. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Full 5-yard line. That time, it's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Taylor. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together. In motion, the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Good. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Good. Over the middle, complete. That's Cruz. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Good. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Moore, the man in motion. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Taylor to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Taylor to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's Taylor.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. The final shot before break. Taylor. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports
Our journey
report.
around the NFL starts now. 2 AFC North teams with no love lost.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
New York set to take the field.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Back to throw.
Good. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the 13-year man puts it through.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
A solid stiff arm.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Wizards.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Wizards are able to extend their lead.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Giants 9.
Just a 4-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bennett.
And this will be a Giants first down as he gets it up past the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Now Scott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
From the 43, here's second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
Here's Taylor. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On the carry, this is Scott.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Gain of 11 on the play. And in Orlando, first down.
To throw is Taylor. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jennings.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
Gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Taylor will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
A 14-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. In possession, switching back to the New York Giants. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Good. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41.
Back to throw. Good. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. McQueen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw. McQueen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's Scott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
From the 20, here's second down and 1.
They go again with Scott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Second and 6 from the 10.
10-yard line.
They'll run with Scott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The 6-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll sneak it with Taylor. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And that'll set him up now, 1st and goal. This time Taylor will throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
New York set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes...
And he loses the football a second time.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott down to about the 22 here.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Jennings. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 14 yards.
And the Wizards look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And pass complete to Moore.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. McQueen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall.
2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard.
Back to throw. McQueen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
At the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McQueen. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Orlando, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.